We're with Eastern Connecticut head field hockey coach Christine Hutchison. The Warriors getting ready this weekend to open up the 2012 season. Christine, the team has struggled the last couple of years, but it seems like there's a new energy. Talk about that.
There is. I think we've brought in a very strong freshman class, and our upperclassmen and returners have worked really hard over the summer, and they know where they want to go. So they've seen the program struggle in the past, and they know how to turn it around. They've worked hard this summer on their stick skills and on their endurance, and they are ready to go. They're ready to win. They're not going to accept anything less. And those freshmen that we have coming in haven't really known anything but winning. So it's a good continuation of what we were trying to get to.
Now, you guys had a scrimmage the other day against Elms. Talk about that. What did you see in that you liked? What did you see that you think you have to improve on?
We liked the fact that we were pushing upfield. We worked really well on working together in our communication, which has struggled in the past also. And everyone is communicating this year. From our first years to our returners, we're all talking on the field. That is really important, and we tell them all the time how important that is, because they need to know where their teammates are on the field to make it happen. That was good, and then also the fact that we were just pushing the ball upfield was very impressive. We were all working together, everyone was going, and we have some forwards. The 4 forwards that we do have are very good at seeing the openings and getting their footwork in there, getting their stick work, and then taking those shots immediately on cage and following up and getting the second and third opportunities. So that was really good. And we've also switched to a zone defense this year, and that has worked really well for us because we have people that can really see the field and have really great field sense, and they are communicating. So to play a zone, you need to make sure that you have communication plus field sense, and we have that this year. So it's worked out really well.
I would think in field hockey, communication is probably more important than any other sport because the ball moves so quick, right? You sort of have to be in the right spot before the ball's moving.
And the ball moves so quick, but also when you dribble the ball, your head's down, unlike any other sport. So your head has to be watching the ball, and it can only come up for seconds at a time. So if you are dribbling the ball, you need to be able to hear your teammates know where you need to pass it. So in that split second that you look up, you can find them and pass the ball, rather than you do all the work, meaning like in soccer, your head's up already looking. Same thing in lacrosse, the ball's up by your face. So I think it's just a different mentality where communication is really, really important.
Talking about communication, you guys got low numbers this year, which can be a plus and it can be a minus. But in terms of having a limited number of players, it's got to be a plus for communication and team bonding.
Very good. So communication, everyone, as we've always talked about, is just they've done really well. They get along really well. So their team bonding is kind of progressed from our first practice to our second to our third, and hasn't really gone down. They've only gotten to come tighter and closer. And they also know that each one is very, very important to the team. Like, we can't really do it without one of them because we only have 3 subs. So they're working hard at practice. They're talking to each other. Every single person, whether it's a first year, second year, or a senior, is really, really important to the team.
You lost 7 key players from last year. How important is it for those freshmen to contribute right away?
Very important, and not even important in like, okay, maybe they might get playing time. They're going to be some of our starters. So 3 of our freshmen are going to be our starters in very key roles: middle of the field, right side, which is also pretty key, and they need to step it up, and they already have. So we're not giving them any slack. They don't have any time to readjust. They just have to get in there and go.
We'll talk about you got 3 seniors. Talk about them, what they've done for the program, and what you're expecting in terms of leadership and stuff.
So Lauren DeLuca is our captain this year, and she is kind of in our sweeper role at our center back position. She has improved greatly over the summer with her endurance, and her stick work has even improved. I'm not sure if it could that much, but she does really well back there. She's very positive. She knows what she needs to get done, and she gets it done. She is the first line of our attack because she's really working getting the ball out to everyone else. Rochelle is right in front of her as our center mid position. She is also in great conditioning, and her stick work has improved greatly too. So she is moving all over the field. She has great communication and connections with 2 of our other freshmen that are directly in front of her, Laura and Hannah Kay. So she is really working with them and focusing on them, and she's kind of our director back there. So she's done really well already. And then we have Hannah Collier, who is going to probably be starting as our right attacker. She worked in the summer on her hitting the ball on the move and her crosses, and she's been very, very strong in that. She's also a striker in corners, and she's just got lots of power. She's really tall, so if she can get really low, which she has improved on even in the past couple of practices, she's going to be a big threat out there.
Yeah, you said had a nice situation with Elms in the fact that you put so many shots on goal, but the defenders look like they're a little bit bored out there for us. But talk about your goalie. You lost a 4-year player in goal. What's the situation in goal this year?
So Olivia came in and she hasn't played in a year, so that was a little bit of a struggle for her because she has to get back into it, and then she got injured just on a random kick, just pulled her quad. So she's been out for 4 or 5 days just resting, so we need her for the games, but it's kind of hurt her because she hasn't been able to get a lot of basics done either. So we're going to be working on that throughout season. She is also a lacrosse player for me, and I know she's aggressive and tenacious and can get the job done, so I'm kind of looking for her to turn that on in the cage and own that circle. And I think she's a little bit hesitant now, but every practice where we can practice the basics, she's going to get better and better.
Christine, good luck this weekend. Good luck this season. Thank you.
Thank you.